What's up, people? Welcome to a super cold, wintry day. Holy hell, winter has finally arrived and it's super chilly. Anyway, you joined me on a road that I'm very familiar with. You guys must be very familiar with it now because I ride it quite often. Down there is the bridge where the old man hit me in the leg. So this road is more affectionately known to the local people as Benbridge Rally, and it connects Brading, which is behind me there on the hillside, to Benbridge, which is, if you follow the road, it keeps going. Benbridge is kind of that direction, and Sandown, which is over there. And it's hilly as shit. There's no way in or out of Benbridge, which is the village over there, unless you go down or up a super steep hill. And this hill up here is one of those hills. And something quite interesting happened on that just a couple of days ago, so I figured I'd tell you guys about it. I'm going to tell you the story of a man who knows no fear, a man who laughs in the face of adversity, a man who doesn't correctly prepare for journeys that he embarks on. I'm going to talk to you guys about the Chronicles of Wheelchair Guy. The other day, I was driving my parents along this road to a pub called the Hare and Hounds, which is up on top of the hill over there, for a meal. As I came over the crest, I noticed a guy in a wheelchair trying to push himself up this hill. One man on his own in a wheelchair, and cameras never do this hill justice. It's steep. There's no way in shit I, a relatively healthy 30-year-old, could push myself in a wheelchair up this. No way. So I'm about where that car is. Wheelchair guy is like here somewhere, and people are just driving past him, overtaking. This road is super dangerous anyway, especially for a pedestrian. There's no sidewalk on either side, and on top of that, a lot of the corners are blind, and it's a 50 limit. You can see right here. So people come barreling around these corners. You're not going to see a man in a wheelchair there, and you're going to hug the corner because the road is thin, and then bam, you kill the fucker. So I see him, and I pull over in that bit where I started the video, jog back up the hill, and I'm like, dude, are you okay? What are you doing? And he's like, no, I'm not from around here. Turns out the guy's from Bristol, and he came down for a long weekend, and his wheelchair was actually powered. He built it himself. The front part of it was made from his son's bicycle or something. Like, he chopped the frame in half, and he had the handlebars in front of him with a bar and a wheel, and he'd like retrofitted an electric motor with a replaceable battery on it, so he could, like, I don't know how he did it, twisty throttle or thumb throttle or whatever. He tried to get up that hill using the battery, which of course immediately fucking died. Battery was tiny. So I pushed him up to the top of the hill, kind of where those vans are, just got him on the side of the road, and I said, dude, where are you going? Like, where are you headed? And he said, I'm headed into Benbridge this way. And I was like, mate, there's no way you're going to make it into Benbridge. If that hill took you out, this next one sure as shit will. Because this route just goes up and up and up, and then it drops down, and then it goes up again. And he was like, no, it's totally fine. I'll make it. It will be all right. The battery charges when I go downhill and all this kind of stuff. And I was just like, yeah, sure, okay, all right, mate, yeah, you'll be fine, yeah, no worries. So, had to go back down the hill, got in the car, and followed him as he proceeded to come down this way. Because I was like, yeah, you know what, same thing's going to happen again. It's not going to work like you think it's going to work, bro. Anyway, he comes down this hill, like the fucking clappers, by the way. Dude was doing about 25 miles an hour down that hill there. I was like, holy shit, not bad. But as he comes around this blind bend, he runs out of juice again, and he stops there, like where that bottle is on the ground. He stops there. So I overtake him, and I pull in to that little thing, side road thing there, run back, and I'm like, I told you. I told you, buddy. Super dangerous. And look at these cars, right? They're all hugging the inside because this road is super thin. Of all fucking cars to come around the corner, a Trans Am, a rainbow-coloured, fucking purple, green, glittery, shite-looking Trans Am comes barreling around this corner. Didn't see him until the last second and, like, swerves around him. Okay, this can't, like, continue. This is fucked. You're gonna die. There's no way you're gonna make it into Benbridge. I gotta help him. So I pulled the car in here, ran back, brought him across the street. We took his wheelchair apart. Luckily, I think he was an engineer or something. Every piece came apart. It was compartmentalized and removable, retractable, collapsible. The wheels come off, everything comes off. And I managed to squeeze it all into the boot of the car. Offered him a ride into the village. I'm going going to show you the route now so you can get an idea of just how fucking treacherous it is for a wheelchair. Any kind of pedestrian whatsoever. That corner is totally blind, you can see that. The hedgerows are tall. There's no way in shit this guy's wheelchair with a battery that's just run out is going to make it up this hill. And look how blind it is, man. People are going to get pissed off waiting behind him here, try and overtake, and then there'll be a head-on collision. Turns out he had MS or ME, I can't remember what the condition is called, but it's some kind of condition where you have no energy whatsoever. And he was bedridden for like a year and a half. He's only really kind of recently overcome that and become independent enough that he could get out of bed into a wheelchair. And so he spent 2 years building that electronic wheelchair out of spare bits, like pieces of clothesline, bits of bicycle. I don't know where the fuck he got the batteries from, but he was a super cool guy. He was super appreciative, and I drove him up into the village, which is like over that hill past the windmill, dropped him off, and he offered to buy me a drink and shit. I was like, dude, no, there's no, just come on, I can't accept that. I'm just trying to do you a favour because you would have died. It took like 20 minutes out of my day, I can spare it, it's cool. And he made the mistake of earlier that morning heading out of Bembridge the other way. There are 2 ways out of this village, right? And that's it, there's only 2 roads out. This is one of them. The other one is on the other side by the ocean down there. And again, it's a super steep hill that goes down, and then another super steep hill that goes up. So St Helens is the next village over, which is over there. Bembridge is on top of a hill, St Helens is on top of a hill, and there's a huge dip in between. So that morning he'd left Bembridge, because he's staying at a B&B in the village. He left Bembridge and went down that super steep hill, which I'm going to head to now and I'll show you it. So this is the other route out of the village. We're starting now to head down the steep hill towards what's known as the embankment, where all the houseboats are and the coastline and stuff. He did say that as he was coming down here, he thought to himself, you know what, shit, I'm not going to make it up this hill either. Better find another way into the village, which is why he then went all the way around and tried to come in from the other way. It's a pretty place. I hope he enjoyed the trip otherwise. And now this is the hill he would have had to get up to get into St Helens. And again, the camera really doesn't show it, but this hill is steep, dude. I would not be able to push myself up this in a wheelchair. No fucking way. But of course, he had no idea the topography of this place when he came down here. Your sat-nav just shows you the road. It doesn't give you an accurate representation of elevation and incline and stuff. So there's a pretty good idea in front of me of just how hilly this place is. Big mounds everywhere. And generally the villages are on the top. And again, this road, now he's coming down this one, he's probably thinking, awesome, I'm charging my battery for the win, I'm good for the next stretch. No, dude, no you're not, because the pavement ends. It ends at this house. And now again we're onto a national speed limit road. Well, nearly, it's 40 there, it's national just past this bit, with no pavement. There's nowhere for him to be. It's just super dangerous. And this guy came all along this way in a fucking wheelchair, a homemade hand-built wheelchair with a grossly underpowered battery. And the problem is, so many drivers these days are so impatient. They're so impatient, you just know they're going to endanger that guy's life to overtake him in the stupidest places. Because fuck you, I have to get to Tesco immediately. Anyway, I'll just pull up here real quick and air my final thoughts. I'll tell you what really got me about this whole situation. Any local person would be amazed, shocked, baffled to see a guy in a wheelchair trying to go up that massive hill. Nobody was helping him. Nobody. Everyone was just driving past him, like super close. No doubt they're thinking, what the fuck are you doing here? This is a stupid place to be. Yeah, it is, so help him. I couldn't believe the sheer volume of people who no doubt consider themselves to be good people that were just ignoring the guy. If it's stupid, if it's dangerous, maybe something's wrong. And yeah, there was. His sat-nav didn't tell him that it was steep, and he wasn't from around here. He didn't know. And he wound up there by accident. And ultimately, he didn't have a choice either. And he said to us, after we drove him into the village, he said that probably would have taken a good 2 hours. From the point we picked him up to the place we dropped him off, took about 5 minutes. Are you all really so busy? Are you that busy? You can't spare 5 minutes of your life to help a guy in a wheelchair? If you ever see this video, wheelchair guy from Bristol, I'm not busting your balls, dude. I'm not having a go. You got unlucky, and that happens. Anyway, as for the rest of you beautiful people, Don't forget to stick around for the subscriber spotlight at the end of the video. If you want to submit your own, all you have to do is email me at smosupersport@gmail.com with a video no longer than 60 seconds with no copyrighted music. And in the meantime, I've been Smo. You guys have been awesome. Thank you for watching. Peace.
I'm going to crawl inside this bush and release my bladder like the proud man that I am. Ow. Fuck you. Coming out of me like a golden rod. Got to do that awkward shake thing now. No, officer, I wasn't pissing in the bush. Oh, I need to get in this lane. Fucking hell! Jesus Christ! Oh my god. Oh my god. At a park 101. Fucking hell. It's very boring, isn't it, water? You fucking cleft! You who? Oi, dickhead! Disengage it. Bend over. Do as you're told. Oh, nice one! Oh, god, fucking damn it! Fuck! Ah, for fuck's sake.